Hi Dan, welcome to BizTalk. That's my great pleasure having you meet today. How are you?
Hi, Max. I'm very well, thank you. Thanks for having us on.
Thanks for coming. So let's start talk about the dog doctors.
Yeah, so I guess the dog doctor's journey started back in 2018. And it was born really out of when me and my business partner, Alex, rescued a Spanish mountain dog from Spain. We were traveling for a week and we found this mountain dog. And after a crazy weekend and then following us around, we decided we were going to adopt this mountain dog because it was abandoned, and we brought it to the UK. So the reason we sort of started is because this Spanish mountain dog called George, he had a lot of health problems, and we wanted to sort of treat him with the best sort of natural healthcare we could get. And when we were trying to look for products, we really sort of struggled to find great quality products that were natural, that would treat his conditions. So we started to research and we started to sort of develop, I guess, and work with some suppliers to have these natural products we could use on George. And then we sort of rolled it out further to create our company called the Dog Doctors. So I guess our motto for the Dog Doctors is natural dog healthcare you can trust. We only use the best quality ingredients that are sort of natural, additive free, cruelty free, chemical free, high quality, and but also most importantly, affordable. The reason we want them to be affordable is because we want all dog owners to be able to treat their pets. So we don't want to position ourselves where it's unaffordable and it's so you can't treat your dog for the condition they have. And also because of a lot of our products, we're a D2C product, so we're online on Amazon. You don't have to go to the vet for our products. So if you potentially go to the vets, it's 40 quid for it's 40 quid for an appointment, 40 quid for the product. Most of our products are priced around 20 quid. So natural, cruelty free, additive free, chemical free, and affordable. Our range, we do quite a wide range. We do healthcare, grooming, training, and calming. And we feel this is sort of a really complete range to treat all elements of dog healthcare really that you could imagine. I guess we've still got some way to go to improve the range, but this is a really, really good solid range that we've got currently. So a little bit about sort of the opportunity within the sort of dog pet care niche. Currently, it's worth 257 billion. But as we all know, during the pandemic, a lot of people brought dogs, a lot of people were treating their dogs because they're spending a lot more time with their dogs. And the pet care niche is growing 6% year on year globally. By 2027, it's going to be worth 357 billion across all healthcare. But if we look at sort of 40% of that equates to dog pet healthcare. So that's going to equate to $142 billion. That's a massive amount, and that's a massive market size for us to aim at as we scale our operation, as we get better at what we do, and as we launch more products. There's a massive slice of pie there that we can get, and as we grow, we're going to take more and more of what we're doing. So I guess since we first started in 2018, the first sort of year when we started, as I say, we're learning a lot about what we wanted to do, how we wanted to proposition ourselves to the market. And so we took our time the first year to really sort of understand what we wanted to do, how we're going to do it. And then we proceeded with what we're doing and working with only selected few suppliers because they really fitted into sort of our needs and understood where we were coming from as a brand and how we wanted to proposition ourselves as a brand. So it was a slow start, but since we've started now, this year we're going to exceed £1 million in revenue since we first started. We're on track to achieve 62% growth this year alone. And when we first started, we started as an Amazon brand. So we were 100% Amazon brand only. But about 18 months ago, we really sort of started to establish our own D2C range via our website, thedogdoctors.co.uk. And now we're slowly diversifying that. And at the moment, it's 70% Amazon, 30% our website. So we're really starting to build our own customer base, our client files, our email marketing list to really reach out to our customers even more. I guess our target, where we want to go to over the next sort of couple of years, is we want to, at the moment, as we're a UK-centric brand of where we are, we really want to be able to spread this and spread our brand internationally. So we want to go and launch in America because there's obviously a huge opportunity there. We want to launch in Europe eventually in the next couple of years. And also we want to grow our D2C website in Europe and America, and with a goal of exceeding sort of £1 million in revenue in the next sort of financial year. We believe there's a massive opportunity. If I look at some of the opportunities available out there and we look at sort of our competitors in our space, I guess, there's not many companies that do a full healthcare solution range like us, the dog doctors. The couple that spring to mind that do offer this and do have a great range, we look at Zesty Paws in America. They started in 2014. In 2014, they were founded and they were an Amazon-only brand to start with. And recently they got acquired for $610 million. $610 million. And they do very similar products to us, but just at a larger scale because they started before us. If we look at Pet Lab, they were founded around the same time with us as well. They're an American brand again, but they exceeded over $100 million within their first 2.5 years. And they claim to be the fastest growing company in America at the moment with Vogue. So there's a massive, massive opportunity for us once we scale with our range that we've got now, that we've crafted over the last 3 years, to really move forward and really challenge some of these players within the market by expanding in America, establishing ourselves further in the UK, and obviously looking at over in Europe as well. The founding team is me and Alex. We've been really good friends for about 15 years. And so we've been on this journey for the last 3 years. So what we're looking to raise, we're looking to raise 400,000. And I believe that would help us establish ourselves in the UK to really grow the business and our vision within the UK and with the products we want to launch that we've identified, and also let us start, I guess, our launch in America and help grow our D2C range within America and the UK. And I suppose that's it. Thank you for taking the time to listen to me.
Thanks to you, Dan. It's very exciting for a lover of dogs like me. It's beautiful. Now, let me ask you, you are 100% online. So what's your strategy when it goes to marketing, and how do you approach your clients?
Yeah, so I guess when I look at sort of we're online, I think that's a really good place to be, because at the moment, if we look at sort of how the accelerations happen within the sort of the e-commerce world with the pandemic, some people say it's been good to us. A lot of people have migrated onto online to look for healthcare solutions for their pets, but also to research what they can do better for their pets, whether that is having a calming solution for fireworks night, they can buy that online. Whether that's on Facebook where we advertise, or most importantly for us, I guess, it's on our own website, and how can we get the customer journey on our website, because we create a lot of useful content on our website. So we create blogs, we do some live sessions as well where we answer questions live from customers or dog owners that they might have to help engage in our community, because we believe engagement going forward is the key to success, and trying to sort of build that loyal customer base with our great products we've got currently is going to be the key to our success as we move forward.
Yeah, I do believe engaging it's a game changer, because I mean, you can buy, but you like to know first of all where the product maybe are produced, and also how to perfectly use them. Okay, yeah, I do believe the post-selling service and support is very important. How do you manage exactly your support to your clients before and after buying your products?
Yeah, so I guess before we buy the products, as I say, we've created blogs on most of our products. We've recently launched a couple of new products we'll create blogs on. But I suppose what we want to try and get out there, and this is a hard question, right? How do you educate people on our healthcare products? Because I think that's the biggest barrier to market, is trying to educate them to understand what our products do and get the sort of customer to understand that these products also don't work overnight. Sometimes because they're natural healthcare products, sometimes it's a 2, 3, 4 week process before you might start to see results. So a bit like a supplement you might take yourself as a human. So understanding that product journey as a customer, we obviously have all that information on our packaging. We do, say, live videos and live shows on our Facebook and on our Instagram as well, where we do live sessions where we answer questions people might have. But it's all about education. And I think if we can get that education at the beginning and manage customer expectations, then the aftercare side, where we've got email support, where we've got obviously our social media channels as well, where customers can reach out, is a really engaging way to sort of communicate that to the customer.
I mean, these are 100% natural products. How do you source them? Who's going to produce them for you?
So we work with a range of suppliers, I guess, and the reason we work with a range of suppliers because we want to work to the highest standards. So we work with suppliers here in the UK, but also in America. We don't source from China, and that's to do with sort of quality control to make sure the standards that we want of our products need to be of the highest quality. The regulations we follow need to be absolutely correct. And having the sort of suppliers here in the UK, we can go and visit these suppliers. We can get our batch tested good as well. And we just have feel like building strong partnerships with UK and US suppliers that promise natural, great ingredients, developed partly with us. Producers work really well for us. So we've got a number of suppliers, but with here in the UK and the US.
What about creating new products? Are you working with doctors? I mean, to creating something always new for your customers.
Yeah, so when we look at sort of to create products and sort of to make sure sort of, I guess they're some of our products are unique to us. We've worked with sort of herbologists, so people that are in the herbal field that sort of tweak, I guess, the recipes for us specifically on a couple of our ranges. And they sort of come vet recommended. So they've worked as vets before, and they've got a really in-depth knowledge. I guess for us ourselves, obviously, we started this 3 years ago. We ourselves don't have the total knowledge, but that's why we rely on the sort of the experts to really bring that to us. And we trust our experts after working together over a number of years to really bring that and develop that product for us to launch to market.
Who are your clients? Only individuals, customers, dogs owners, or also, I don't know, for example, groomers or vets?
Yeah, so at the moment we've got a couple of groomers on board that use our full grooming range. We've got a couple of pet stores, I guess, that are bricks and mortar, but the rest of it is strictly D2C via our website and via Amazon. But as we've sort of crafted this range, I guess, and where we are at the moment is as we want to expand, we want to go into sort of more clicks and bricks, I guess. We want to go to more bricks and mortar and expand our range there so we can expand our customer base as well as online, but obviously into retail, and also reach out and work with more sort of maybe wholesalers, vets as well, to really expand that range and get obviously the credibility within the sort of pet industry, I guess, even further.
I mean, you have both. I mean, you have a big B2C and a little bit of B2B. How do you manage your price range? Because many times the problem comes when if a vet is coming to your website and buy your product, he probably is going to sell for double, right? And how do you manage it? How do you make sure that there are no problems coming along with having two-way as a business model, CMB?
Well, I guess when we sort of looked at our pricing strategy and how we wanted to price ourselves. As I say, we've always wanted to be affordable, but obviously going to route to market, there has to be margin there for the supplier, or margin there for the retailer when you go in there. But also we need to make sure we're sort of competitive with them, and make sure it's competitive for everyone. So when we work with, and at the moment we're working with a very limited number of people, we really sort of try and work with them and explain to them sort of our price points, our values, and how we want to position our product within the market. And whilst working together, we can sort of create like sort of like a partnership, a framework of sort of where we think our product should be, and what the price point should be, to sort of create sort of make sure there is no friction within sort of, and no friction sort of within that, so customers get great value all the time.
I mean, brick and mortar is a different way to expand your business. Are you going to use any franchising, as your brand maybe looks quite suited for this?
At the moment, that's not on our radar to sort of franchise it out at the moment. I don't think that's our intention at all, actually, to move forward. But obviously, we never say never, and obviously, we look at that on an individual basis. But at the moment, we want to say keep control of the brand and really drive our values and ethoses forward as we expand here in the UK, but also later this year or early next year in America as well.
I mean, what's your plan to grow, to scale your business? That's an extremely very strong market now. It's getting stronger and stronger. How you keep with the growth of the market? Make sure that the market is growing 10%. You are not growing a fraction of the 10. What's your strategy to scale to UK? UK is not, UK is pretty big, but also go to Europe as a whole, and go to US, for example.
So our plans to scale. So we've got sort of a 1, 3, and 5 year plan of what we want to do and how we want to scale. So I guess the first 12-month plan is basically we've identified 5 more products we'd like to launch in the next year. So we'd like to add that in addition to our range here in the UK. And then we'd also like to slowly start to incorporate our best sellers to start with over in the US, and sort of seeding them in and getting them really working for us there. And then obviously grow full scale in the US and our sort of D2C range in the US on third-party platforms like Amazon, like Walmart, like eBay, and obviously our D2C via our website. And that's sort of over the next year, really. We really want to sort of seed that in. And then obviously for the second year, I guess it's, again, we've really got a great range of 25 products by next year. At the moment, we have 21. And then once we've got them working in the US over the next 12 months, we'd then look to maybe expand into sort of Canada, because they really sort of, the English speaking could really get the emotive value of our brand. And then obviously we look to Europe as well. And I think there's a really big opportunity for us to seize upon globally with our brand, not just via third-party websites like Amazon, like Walmart, like eBay, but also via our own website, because I feel like our website is really the goldmine of what we want to do and how we want to position ourselves moving forward over the next sort of 1, 2, and 5 years.
I mean, I do believe you need to rely on yourself more than third parties. So if you can invert and having 70% coming from your website and maybe 30 coming from Amazon will be the best way for you to go. Maybe one day even get 100%, but it's not that easy, but this is where you should aim, right? To be fully in control of what you're doing.
Well, that's an interesting one, right? I think using third-party platforms really opens the door to a new potential customer base, where they might first discover you, and then you can then convert them via your website. So it's a great advertising platform, because a customer like Amazon have millions of customers. And I think that, as I say, seeds you into customers' minds. They buy you, they like you, and then they come over to your website, whether that's through an offer, whether that's through your packaging. And then you can then start to really build that customer base, rather than say 70% via Amazon and 30% via our website. We switch that definitely to 70-30 or 80-20 moving forward over the next sort of few years. But is a real process, and that process takes time from where we are currently to where we want to go. So patience is key, but I really do believe over time we can really start to move that dial in the opposite direction and swap them figures around.
I mean, what about adding new services? There's not only healthcare products for dogs. And my second question is, dog is today are going to move to other pets?
So if we look at some other service we want to provide, me and Alex actually are in early discussions. What we'd like to do is provide like a on-demand vet consultation. So if, for example, your dog's got an issue, you can dial into our website, you can book a vet consultation, and they'll be able to give you a direct vet expert opinions on whatever your dog's condition is. And whether that is you can use our products or they recommend going to use another product, we really feel that that'll be a valued service, because vets here in the UK, especially, it's really hard to get an appointment with a vet directly to sort out your problem. So if you wanted a direct vet consultation, and it could be 24 hours a day potentially, we'd be able to offer that, and we'd be able to give you advice there and then on potentially what the problem might be and how you can solution that. So that's the sort of service side we're looking at the moment. And then obviously, as we expand our range at the moment, we have got healthcare, which is obviously, as the dog doctors, will always be our main subcategory, I guess, or category. But we do have a grooming selection as well. We do have a calming aid selection and a training aid section. So that we can always look, and if the right product comes along that really fits our brand, then we're always looking at and open to that.
What about pets? Are you going to move to, I don't know, so huge, this market?
Personally, I think the dog market alone is a big enough slice. The industry is big enough. And I think if we do dogs really, really, really well, there's no need to go over to the cats or go over to equine or aqua or whatever the industry may be, because I feel that if we do the dogs really well, then the market's big enough for us to really go after and achieve what we want to achieve.
Yeah, probably is the biggest. Everyone, not everyone, many have a dog home, as I do.
Man's best friend. So yeah.
I mean, what about me? You are raising 400K. What's going to be the use of the funds?
Say the use of the funds for the 400K that we'd like to raise. We've identified 5 more products we'd like to launch. So some of that will go towards that. And then what we'd also like to do is obviously grow our best 5 sellers at the moment within the US. So get them in the US, get them working, get sales coming in, get the proven demand there, and start to grow our sort of D2C range on these 5 products. And then what we'd also like to do is grow our team. We're a very small team at the moment. So we'd like to bring on and start to grow our team to really start to create more content and thought-provoking content, educational pieces of content to really help educate the customer and grow our sort of social media presence and online presence even further. So yeah, that's the money for the raise, would really establish ourselves within the UK and within the sort of pet field market, allow us to sort of network and build relationships even further within the pet industry to really grow our brand further, and also then just sort of the American sort of arm as well.
I mean, I do believe the pet as a whole industry is very overcharged. So if you can do something, you have a good chance to disrupt the market, which is absolutely paid too much for the value. So if you go to the groomer, they will charge you 40, 50, 60 for 4 or 5 kilos dog. And you go to buy the products and you pay so much, even more for humans. But that's speculation, because everyone knows that for your dog, you will do even more than for yourself, right? And of course, that's my opinion. But I do believe you can go very disruptive, not only with the service, but with the price.
Yeah, so when we look at sort of price points, as I mentioned earlier, affordability is key for us, right? We don't want to price normal dog owners out of the market, because we want to be able to treat all dogs. And what we also do is we also offer We give products away to charities on a quarterly basis that we've just started. So we've got a charity every quarter we donate a certain amount of products to for that one charity every quarter. And we also offer a lot of our products are subscriptions. So they're products that people would buy again on a monthly or bi-monthly basis. And if they subscribe to that, they actually lock in discounts as well. And that, depending on sort of how often they subscribe, they lock in sort of discounts to make it even more affordable than what we're currently doing.
The subscription can be a good way, yeah. Give you loyalty and for your customers, clients, a good discount.
Yeah, definitely 100%. The value of loyalty, not just for us as a business, but as for a customer, really benefits both people, I believe, just because of the content that we create and the sort of the problems we solve for dogs. I think a really, truly invaluable experience.
Yeah, the education as well is going to play a big role in your business model. Where do you see the dog doctors in 5 years' time?
So in 5 years' time, I'd like to see the dog doctors not just as like the UK #1 brand here in the UK, in not just online but in stores, but also grown internationally. So we are internationally recognized in the US, in Canada, potentially growing strong in Europe as well. Because as I say, I think when we look at the industry overall, I think there's a really big opportunity for what we're doing that is underserved. That's really underserved at the moment. So I think if we can go in there and we fill that gap and we can give that educational piece as well, because I think that's really, really important for what we want to do as a brand, then I think we can do that and we can really scale and exceed them expectations.
So let me close. What's your message to investors? Why they should invest in the doctors and how they can exit one day?
So I guess my message to investors are, we want you to invest because we want you to be part of our journey in helping us scale this brand where we are now, and where we've taken it so far, but where we want to take it in the next 3 to 5 years, to grow it internationally and be part of that journey. What we'd also like, really, I guess, is from investors, is we're not just looking for money. I guess money. There's lots of people that can offer us money. We want people that maybe potentially have a bit of knowledge and can help guide us, and potentially unlock doors as well, for us, because I think as we scale and as we move, that advice will be invaluable to rather than just here writing a check and letting you get on with it. So we really want supportive investors that are going to really be on board and part of our journey to take us to the next level. And regarding the exit opportunity, I say there's always, I guess, room for exit within sort of a 3 to 5 year exit plan, potentially in the future. So yeah, I think there's definitely the possibility there as well.
Done. Thank you so much for coming to BizTalk. It's been a very great pleasure for me having you, and all the best for the dog doctors.
Thanks, Max. I appreciate it very much.